Can he put it in? Goal, South Florida! Unbelievable! Shot for Brian. It's in the goal! It's a shot. South Florida goal! I want you to remember this name when you're thinking about buying another pair of cleats that are just the same old thing. Techie Customs at eBay. Techie Customs provides you with some unique footwear for the field that nobody else will have. Techie Customs at eBay has a 100% satisfaction rating with over 500 sales. Techie Customs at eBay can provide you that unique look that you're looking for. And if you want something done original, you can check them out at Techie Cleats on Instagram. Techie Cleats, and you can drop them a DM to see what they can make for you. So why don't you head on over, check it out, and see what it is that you might like or you might want your feet to look good in. Welcome back, everybody. Here's the kickoff. Mora passing back to Matthew. Matthew off to the right side to Jaden. Jaden taking it up the field here. Trying to pass it off. Jacksonville intercepts. Jacksonville panning it back. Joaquin giving chase. Now Mora. Forcing Jacksonville back here. Awkward touches, and they're forced to kick it out for the first throw-in of the game. Brandon on the throw-in. Gets it off to Martine. Martine trying to win the ball through here. Gets it off to Julian. Julian off to Mora, and Mora's going to let it go out for another throw. Julian looking in. Passes it into Joaquin. Joaquin trying to return it back. Cannot do it. Jacksonville now trying to get out. Jacksonville having to face off against Crosby. Crosby ends up forcing them back, and they've switched the side. Now Jacksonville off on the left side, trying to get around Brian. Brian with the slide tackle, but misses. Jacksonville now off to the races on the left side. Can they cross it in? Trying to get around Jaden. Proves to be too difficult. And it's going to be a goal kick for South Florida. Good job by Jaden there on the defense. As Colton plays this one over the top and over to Brandon on the left side. Martine now trying to return it back. Can't do it. Jacksonville still with the ball. Matthew got his foot to it. Looks like he won a handball call. We'll take another look.
Well, I think they got it right here. Matthew gets his foot in there, and it just hits the left arm of the Jacksonville forward.
All right, South Florida back on the ball. Brandon taking the free kick. He tries to play it across the field, and he finds Jaden. Jaden trying to bring it up the right side. Can't do it. Jacksonville take back possession, passing the ball back. Mora giving chase. Oh, he almost got that one as Jacksonville works it over to their right side. Now playing it into the middle. Joaquin there. Oh, I thought we were going to get away with it. We couldn't do it. And looks like we're going to have a foul call in the middle of the field.
Oh, wrong again. No foul. Just the referee getting in the wrong place at the wrong time. And we're going to have a drop ball.
Well, drop ball, you called it right. Jacksonville now with the ball. Trying to figure out which way they're going to go. They decide to go out to their left side and try to work it from there. Awkward touch. And Joaquin trying to get on it. He can't do it. And Jacksonville again trying to work that left side. Joaquin is proving to be a big hindrance to that plan as Jacksonville now forced to switch the side. And they had the right back there. Brandon not giving him the business, but Jacksonville still able to get it off and advance a little bit further into South Florida territory. Now Martine giving chase. Jacksonville working both sides of the field. Now over to their left. Jaden there to block that one, and it's going to be a throw for Jacksonville. Throw in, switch of the field. Oh, this one's a tough one for their right back to bring down. As Mora now is in front of him, he passes back to the center back. Jacksonville having a tough season so far. Not many numbers in the win column as they're trying their best here to make an impression on South Florida. South Florida not really pressing the ball. They got time. They put it up the field. Brandon parries it away. Jacksonville comes down with it. Julian gets his chest in there. Jacksonville trying to move it down the right side. Brandon denies them once again. Matthew now giving chase. Ball played back into the middle. Now over to the left side. Down the line they go. Jacksonville just can't get a runner on top of the ball, and it's going to be a throw-in for South Florida. As you can see, the field has seen its better days. As we get later into the season, the field starts to look like the crater of the moon, but it's sort of a home field advantage because the players from South Florida know every little crevice and hole that there is, and they try to use that to their advantages. Jacksonville's having a tough time here, but ultimately come away with it. And then here comes Crosby to deny them any more forward progress. Colton now on the ball. Gives it over to John. John surveying the field. He's going to play it long up the middle here. Finds Brian. Brian trying to come away with it. Can't do it. Jacksonville win it from him. Dribbling down the left side. Here comes Jacksonville. Jacksonville looking good here, but Brian, takes it away, plays it off to Jacksonville, the player, and we're going to have another goal kick. So Jacksonville looking good here in the last couple of minutes, mainly because South Florida can't find a way out as of yet. Jaden now trying to make something happen here, and gets it down the right side, parried back in by Jacksonville for South Florida throw. Jaden looking down the field. He's got Mora. Mora gets it poked away. Jacksonville again back on the ball. And they lose it. Brian comes away with it. Brian loses it. Brian gets it back. Takes a slip. Mora trying to come in. Jacksonville players just crashing into South Florida, winning this ball back. This is going to be a tough game, folks, because it is definitely a physical one. As Jacksonville try to maintain possession of this, playing it back to their center back now into the middle of the field. Julian giving pressure. He could get this ball. He does. He plays it into the middle, into the box, but there is no South Florida player there to capitalize on it. And Jacksonville goalie comes away with it and passes it short. Down the line, Brandon there to meet the Jacksonville player. Trying to poke it through, can't do it. Jacksonville now on the ball. Now Martin giving chase. Jacksonville again play it back to safety. Back over to the left side. Jacksonville just having as a difficult time as South Florida is on the ball. Neither team wanting to give an inch. As Julian and Mora now are trying to press this ball into Jacksonville, making a mistake. Down the line it goes. Jacksonville takes a nice touch inside and creates a little bit of space for himself. Plays the ball into the middle and over to the left side. Here comes Jacksonville. Jacksonville moving down that left sideline. Jaden gets back and is able to play that ball out for a Jacksonville throw. Fast-paced tempo here as the ball just keeps on moving. Jacksonville into the middle. Oh, that's an error there. Julian comes away with it. Julian's got his head up. He's looking for somebody. And he finds Joaquin. Joaquin now running into the middle, loses it. Jacksonville player there. He tries to play over. Matthew's there to cut it out. Matthew sees Julian. He plays that ball into space. Julian making the run for it. Can't get there. And Jacksonville's going to play it out for a South Florida throw. Julian into the middle. Playing Martin. Martin over to Julian. Julian to Brandon. Brandon to Matthew. Matthew immediately met by a defender. And they can't get it forward. Jacksonville gets it out, but Crosby plays it in a touch to slow things down. Jacksonville trying to get out of their corner. Ooh, that could be a dangerous ball. Morris slows up. The Jacksonville keeper just kicks it up the field. And he had a waiting player there. Oh no, here comes Jacksonville. Jacksonville on the right side. Crosby getting back, trying to delay. Ball played into the middle. Bad touch by Jacksonville, but into the box they go. Looking for the cross. Can they get it off? The left back plays it on his right foot, plays it in the middle, but it is parried away. And there's another shot by Jacksonville, or a pass, depending on how you look at it. And Colton able to get a glove to it. And it's going to be a corner for Jacksonville. A little dangerous there. Colton had to rush back in order to get that ball before winning the back of the net. Here comes the corner. Into the box. Very nicely done by Jacksonville, but way over the goal with the header. Colton goal kick plays out to Crosby. Crosby with a striking ball through the middle. intercepted by Jacksonville. Matthew gets a foot to that pass. Crosby finishes it off. Passing to Martin. Martin playing it up the field to Mora. Mora trying to dribble out of trouble and is going to draw the foul.
All right, it's a foul. This has been a game at breakneck speed. There's so much action back and forth. And it's clearly a foul on Mora there as the defender gets wrapped up in his legs, giving South Florida the free kick.
John stands over the ball. He plays this ball long and to Brandon, who's wide open. Brandon takes a touch inside. He's looking for someone. He can't find him. Gets it poked away. Martin tries to get a foot to it. He can't do it. Ball played out to the right back of Jacksonville, who plays it back. Jacksonville into the middle now. And playing it out to their center back. Mora giving chase. Mora with a slide tackle misses the ball. And it's going to be a throw for South Florida. Long throw in. Headed back away by Jacksonville. Sorry for the referee being in our shot here, folks. Matthew plays it back to Crosby. Crosby over to John. John with another long ball down the line looking for Jaden. And Jaden just can't control it. And it's going to be a Jacksonville throw. Or actually, it was offside. Sorry about that, folks. Missed call on my part. Jacksonville trying to make something happen here. Can't do it. Brian steps in front of that pass. Mora trying to do a flick to get into space. Can't get it to go. Now Joaquin giving chase to this ball. Forces the Jacksonville goalie to jump on it. And we're patiently waiting for the goalie to make a decision what he's going to do. He makes a long throw out to the left side. And Jacksonville left back having a day today, trying to get around Jaden and Brian. This ball's headed around. Matthew met the Jacksonville player at the back, but couldn't make anything happen. He does head it forward, and he gets it to Martin. Martin having to fight off a couple of Jacksonville defenders. Ooh, pass intercepted. They're on the run here. They've got numbers. He opts to play to the left. He had a sprinting player on the right. Jaden able to deal with that and is getting it off to Martin. Martin just can't hold on to it. Jacksonville again playing into the box. Crosby parries it away. Gets it to Martin. Martin playing it over to Jaden. Now they've got some room to run here. As Jacksonville's committed some numbers forward, but they are starting to get back. Jaden now up the right side. He finds Mora. Mora's got players in the box. Can he find a cross? Now he's getting surrounded by two defenders. He tries to make a move. Oh, he gets pushed to the ground. No foul. Referee says no, get up. As Jacksonville takes possession again, Brian tries to slide tackle that one away. Can't do it. John comes lunging in. He can't get the ball. Crosby's all by himself. Here comes Jacksonville, and Crosby comes away with it. Passes it back to Colton. Colton over the top and out to Jaden, and it's going to be a throw for South Florida.
Well, you better put on your glasses because that's clearly a foul, and the referee saw it too. So it's going to be a free kick for South Florida. They're all over his back.
Yep, you're right again. I've got to learn to trust your calls here, Jeffrey. I don't know why I don't after all this time. As John plays this one across the field. Oh no, intercepted by Jacksonville, but quickly given back to Brandon. And Brandon able to move this ball up the field. Trying to find somebody, can't find anybody, and Jacksonville's going to play it out for another throw. Brandon now waiting patiently for space to open up, gets it off to Julian. Julian returns it back to Brandon. Brandon trying to move down the left sideline, uses his left foot to cross that ball in, but right to the Jacksonville keeper, and Jacksonville in possession. Jacksonville rolling the ball out to the left side. Martin and Brian there. Brian comes away with it. Brian with a nice little pass inside finds Mora. Shot, and it's a goal, South Florida. Goal, South Florida. Mora puts it into the back corner. Wow, what a shot. Jacksonville looking for an offside. I don't think they're going to get it, as South Florida opens the lead 1-0 here in the first half.
Oh, it was a beautiful play by Brian. He affects the shot. He completely takes the defender out of position, and Mora wide open. He's able to put that on his left foot and glide it right into the back of the net, right around the keeper. They all got their arms up, but they might as well be waving to a plane that's flying by because there was no offsides. And it's 1-0 to South Florida.
Well, here we go. Trying to open up the lead 2-0. Jacksonville now playing it back, trying to be a little bit conservative as they gave that one away to South Florida. South Florida starting to tighten the noose a little bit. They are definitely pressing this Jacksonville team. As Jacksonville tries to play this one up the right side. Ooh, a little bit of trouble there as he's double teamed. Julian and Brandon both, and he's going to get the handball call.
Well, Julian knew it. As soon as he saw the ball pop up, you could see he's indicating for the handball. The referee saw it, and a free kick again.
All right, Brandon stands over the free kick. Plays it through the middle, trying to find Martin. Well read by the Jacksonville defender as Brandon now trying to get around here. Can't find the space, but Matthew ended up passing it back in. Brandon trying to nutmeg, can't do it, and wins a throw. Brandon looking deep into the defense, trying to find more, can't do it. Parried away by Jacksonville. Again, apologize for the green shirt in front of us. John comes away with that one, passes it off to Brian. Brian trying to go inside. Can he earn a foul? No, referee is indicating stand up, but the ball somehow finds the feet of Mora. There are 3 Jacksonville players, and South Florida still comes away with it. Pass inside to Mora. Mora tries to Maradona the ball, can't do it, and Jacksonville's off to the races. Jacksonville got numbers, but now it is quickly evened out as they are forced to play back. Jacksonville looking around. No real pressure here on the center back. Here comes Joaquin now. Forced to play the ball long right to John. John looking up. John trying to play across to Brandon. Can't do it. Miscalculation there. Jacksonville come away with it. And here come Jacksonville. Crosby on the Jacksonville right back. Matthew able to poke it over to Crosby. Crosby looking up the field. No pressure. Pops it over. And he's got Julian running in the open field. Julian is into the box. Julian trying to step on the brakes. He still comes away with it. Trying to pass it in. Can't do it, but wins a corner. Waiting the corner. Matthew runs in. He takes it short from Mora. Passes it back to Mora. Mora trying to dribble inside. He's got another defender to beat. Can't do it, and they play it out. South Florida's going to have to get back here quick. But not too quick as Crosby's able to get that one. And passes over to the right side to Jaden. Jaden with a couple defenders on him, gives it up. Ball played down the left side. Jacksonville center back is off to the races. He's got a player. No offside call. Shot. And it's in the back of the net. It's almost like that happened in slow motion. No offside call, no nothing.
Oh, it's like the defense went to sleep here. They thought that this player was offsides. I don't think he was. Brandon tries to poke it away. Matthew's late in getting back. And it's a little shot right into the corner. I don't know what they were doing or what they were thinking. But now they've got to work all over again to get the lead. I don't know what they're playing at.
Well, Coach Jordan certainly would be upset with that lack of effort getting back. Fortunately for South Florida, he's not here at this game. As the ball's played over to Jaden. Jaden back to John. John back to Colton. Colton back over to John. John looking up the field. Intercepted by Jacksonville. Jacksonville again on the ball. This could be something. But John able to poke it loose. And it's going to be a goal kick. Colton stands over the ball. Plays it over to John. John over to Jaden. Jaden trying to get by. Can't do it. Pokes it back to John. John over the defenders. Into Brian. Brian chests it down. Matthew plays it up the field. And Moore is going to be called offsides. Well, I thought we were going to have a second to review that. But Jacksonville took it so quickly we can't. And Jacksonville trying to capitalize on their momentum here. Plays the ball out to the right side. Crosby able to get a foot to it. Jacksonville still in possession though. Awkward touch there. And Brandon has to head it out for a throw-in. So Jacksonville, energized by their goal, are coming at South Florida with a lot of momentum here as they snake this one away and are in the box. And flag furiously waved by the referee. But it looks like it's going to be a foul on Jacksonville.
Well, here's a player here. He's doing the right thing. He's trying to get an explanation from the referee. And honestly, I'm not really sure what he did here. He might have grabbed some jersey. It looks like he's got a hold of, He's got to hold the Julian shorts. That's what did it. It's a foul.
Okay, Crosby plays this one back. Colton again on the ball. Plays it across to John. John looking for Jaden, finds him, and it gets taken away. And it's going to be a South Florida throw. Jaden now on the throw. Plays it down the line. Joaquin is there. Oh, Joaquin looks like he gets a piece of that Jacksonville center back trying to get that ball.
Oh, he got more than a piece there. Oh, that was above the knee. Oh, he's lucky not to be carded on that one.
All right, Jacksonville free kick. And they're forced to play back to the keeper. Mora giving chase. Oh, Mora almost blocked that pass as it gets over to their left back. He plays it around Julian. Brandon now, overruns it. And he's going to get called for the foul.
Oh, it's good physical play here from Brandon. He's trying to deny the first touch. And it really looks like the Jacksonville player's foot gets caught underneath him. But Brandon is definitely driving him back. So, probably why he got called for the foul.
All right, Jacksonville again trying to play their way out. Joaquin trying to prevent it. And continues to give chase. Looks like he pokes one here. Can he get it out? And he gets called for the foul.
Well, these South Florida forwards definitely have some energy in them as they're trying to win back the lead. As Joaquin, this is the second foul in as many minutes. He's got to be careful, otherwise he's going to see yellow.
All right, Jacksonville on the free kick. Decided to play it long this time, as they've had a couple of close calls here. This ball bounces over the head of the Jacksonville player as well as Crosby to John. John passes it back to Colton. Colton had to react quickly. Gets it back over to John. John plays it up to Jaden, who's for once open. Jaden using that speed to get down the right sideline. Plays it up to Mora. But the center back from Jacksonville gets there once again. Jaden now on the ball. Looking for the throw. Plays it long. Gets it to Mora. Mora now with two Jacksonville defenders. And never one to back down from a challenge. He tries to take him on, but ends up losing the ball. And Jacksonville plays this one out for a touch, for a throw. Jaden, again, throwing long. Headed away by Jacksonville, right to Mora. Mora trying to play it into the box. Can't do it. And Mora using his body wisely, able to control this ball. Oh, he gets poked away by Jacksonville for another throw. Jaden looking long. Throws it into Mora's feet, and again, another throw. We're starting to get good at this. Jaden comes back to the line. Jaden this time looking for Joaquin, and it's going to go out for another throw. So I wonder what's going to happen next. Jaden this time, long throw, looking for Martin. Can't find him. Mora gets ahead to it. No foul called once again. Brian comes down with it, but yet again, the referee is in the way.
Well, that's 2 times so far. And I have to tell you, if it happens a third time, I have to question what the referee is looking at or what he's watching. If he doesn't see the ball coming at him, he needs to get out of the way.
Well, the referee having a conversation here with John and Mora, and not sure what the consensus or the discussion was all about, but it's going to be a drop ball. Brian's going to take a shot. It takes a couple deflections. Matthew ends up passing it over to Brandon. And, Jacksonville gets it free, but not too far as Crosby takes a quick step over and passes it back to Colton. Colton with some time. Gets it over to John under the pressure of the Jacksonville striker. John with an awkward touch. Unfortunately, it rolls out for a throw. Jacksonville throw. Crosby heading away. Jaden trying to head it back into play. Can't do it. And it's going to be a Jacksonville throw. Jacksonville now into the space. Joaquin looking to take it away. Can't do it. Mora does, though. Mora with a nice cut inside. Now 3 Jacksonville defenders. He's going to pick his head up and swing the ball out to the left side. No South Florida player can get there. Jacksonville now trying to move this ball up the right side. Brandon is getting in the way of that progress. Ball played in the middle. Now Julian trying to get on the Jacksonville players. And the Jacksonville midfielder plays it back to the center backs, and they just touch pass back and forth. Long ball from Jacksonville. Crosby's there to get a foot to it. Jacksonville still come away with it, though. and are creating some space. Oh, some nice moves there by the Jacksonville forward. Referee says, play on. You got the ball. What do you want to foul for? Jacksonville with the ball into the box. Chested down by their striker. Poked up. Matthew gets a foot to it. Shot! And it's a goal. Holy cow! What a volley from Jacksonville right into the back of the net. Let's take another look.
Well, there are fewer things in life that are sweeter than yoo-hoo. And I'll tell you right now, this is one of them. Look at this shot. What a volley. What an amazing shot there. That's got to be a top 10 goal for that lad and for this team for the season, if not top 5. That was an amazing shot there. 2-1, Jacksonville lead. Who thought we'd be saying that?
Well, if you're going to get beat, it better be by a shot like that, because there was just no stopping it. Colton, with limited time to react, jumped to try to get it, couldn't get there. But man, what an amazing volley, as South Florida are trying to fight now to win possession of this ball to try to make something happen before they head into halftime. Julian with some stutter steps and trying to move this ball. Gets it off to Brian. Brian looking for Joaquin on the run. Can't find him now. Mora on the ball. He's trying to get in and Brian can't do it. Lost the ball again. Jacksonville kick it away and we're going to have a foul call.
Oh, it was a clear foul. There you can see they're all scrambling for the ball. He lunges forward with his foot. I think that's going to be it. And free kick for South Florida. This is a dangerous spot. Let's see what we can do with it.
Well, Morris stands over the ball, left-footed. Let's see if he swings this one in. He tries to swing it in. Oh, South Florida looks like they got a foot to it, but not enough to put it in the back of the net, as the keeper scoops this one up quickly and is taking his time. So, 2-1, Jacksonville lead. And it's not from a lack of effort on South Florida's part. They are trying to win every ball out there. Jacksonville is just tenacious and trying to prevent their advances. One little player tries to get on the field to help out. As Brian trying to come away with this one, can't do it. And that's been kind of the story today, as, oh, bad giveaway there by Jacksonville. Martina on the ball. South Florida is late to react, but there is a foul called on the field.
Well, like you said, Jacksonville are tenacious, but sometimes that tenacity gets you in some trouble. This is the second foul that they've given in a tough spot here. This could be beneficial for us.
Well, this is definitely in striking distance for Brian. He has hit free kicks from this distance prior. Oh, as we get to see a little pushing and shoving here from Martine outside of the view of the ref. Martine having to look up at the defender here. Brian taking his time. Waiting for the whistle. Here we go. Shot! And it's over the bar. Well, not his best, but certainly not his worst. As we wait for the goalkeeper to take his free kick. Approaching halftime, but we still got about 10 minutes left to play. As this ball comes up over near the midfield, Brandon able to step in front and draws the foul. South Florida going to take this quick. No time to review. Sorry, Jeffrey. As Brandon plays this one back to John. John playing it long on a diagonal. Header by Mora. And Julian just was not running in on that one. And the keeper from Jacksonville came out and grabbed it. Some good head-up play here from South Florida, as they've been taking advantage of these little breaks in action to try to advance the ball. And they've definitely been jumping on the mistakes from Jacksonville. Some fouls by Jacksonville have pretty much prevented South Florida from getting into dangerous areas to score. As Matthew tries to defend that one. Jacksonville over through the middle to Crosby. Crosby ends up drawing a foul.
Well, I don't see much in this. 55 does get his body on him, but I don't really see him holding him or doing anything to him, really. Not sure that there was a foul there.
Well, if referees got them all right, there would be no need for VAR. But not saying that the referee's doing a bad job either. Jacksonville now on the ball here, playing it up to the middle. Julian trying to get back. Ball played down the line. Crosby's going to get there easily and play this one out for a throw. Throw in to Jacksonville. Back to the right back. Down the line. Crosby's going to get there again. Slide tackle. as he is known to do.
Well, Crosby is just everywhere. With that breakneck speed, he can get in there, slide tackles it away. Beautiful play.
All right, Jacksonville throw. They can't throw this one in the box, just outside the 18. Goal scorer for Jacksonville, number 33, trying to work his way in there. Can't do it. Mora tries to win the ball. Can't do that either. Julian pokes it away. Gets it to Mora. Mora trying to dribble through out of trouble. Passes it up to Joaquin. Joaquin with a deft little touch to Martin. Martin trying to get into Julian. Can't do it. And they're just one pass away from breaking this Jacksonville team. And we're going to have an offsides call, it looks like.
Well, yes, Julian was offsides here, but honestly, that could have let the play continue. It really didn't affect anything. Jacksonville had the ball. They're playing it back to the goalie. Whatever they want to do. It's their world. We're just living in it.
All right, Jacksonville now looking around, swinging it again. Oh, Julian almost got that one. Couldn't come down with it. Number 5 plays this ball on a diagonal. John heading it down to the middle. Martin poking it free. Crosby blasting it up the field to Mora. Mora now playing it through to the middle, looking for Joaquin. Oh, Joaquin almost got a foot to it. No foul called. As South Florida is just taking shots in the dark here to try to get this ball forward. Jacksonville under pressure by Bryan. Pass it back to their center back. Back up through the middle. Julian is coming to apply pressure here for South Florida. Right back. Tries to play down the line. Can't do it. And it's going to be a throw-in. Brandon taking it down the line. Julian trying to get there. Can't do it. Ball passed into Martin, but he just wasn't ready for it. Throw for Jacksonville. As they play this one up the field, Crosby's going to get a foot to it. John giving chase. 33 from Jacksonville gets a hold of it. Matthew parries it away. Shot. And it's going to land somewhere other than the field. Colton on the ball, passing into John. John back to Colton. Colton plays long over to the right side, looking for Jaden. Jaden plays it up over, and it hits the Jacksonville player. Referee looking at his watch. We got to be approaching halftime, and that'll do it for half. I want you to remember this name when you're thinking about buying another pair of cleats that are just the same old thing. Techie Customs at eBay. Techie Customs provides you with some unique footwear for the field that nobody else will have. Techie Customs at eBay has a 100% satisfaction rating with over 500 sales. Techie Customs at eBay can provide you that unique look that you're looking for. And if you want something done original, you can check them out at Techie Cleats on Instagram. Techie Cleats, and you can drop them a DM to see what they can make for you. So why don't you head on over, check it out, and see what it is that you might like, or you might want your feet to look good in. Are you looking for something new and unique? Then head on over to our sponsor, Techie Apparel. Techie Apparel, bringing you all that's new in the soccer world with unique designs, one of a kind that you can't find anywhere else, from t-shirts to mugs and even to cleats. Yes, cleats, custom made cleats like these Venom cleats that you cannot find anywhere else, only at Techie Apparel. That's Techhy at Etsy.com, Techie Apparel. Also, for something out of this world, you can see our new Galaxy cleats that are up for sale. And believe me, they are one in the universe, and that is it. So take a look, come on by at Techie Apparel, Techy Apparel at Etsy.com. All right, here we are again, second half. Jacksonville still leading 2-1. Fill you in on any changes that South Florida has, but for right now, it looks to be the same lineup. No real changes or switches. Jacksonville now with the ball in the middle. This could be dangerous. Jacksonville trying to build off of this 2-1 lead. It's going to be hard to outdo the volley that they had in that first half. That was clearly amazing. As Martin now giving chase here, forcing the Jacksonville defender back. Jaden now defending. Ball played up through to 55. John is going to defend this ball and does so well.
You know, there's not enough highlights for smart defending here. John uses his body wisely, draws the foul, and wins a free kick for South Florida to get it out of their half of the field.
All right, John playing across to Colton. Colton surveying the field, playing it long up the left side, but it's going to be for a throw. Throw in Jacksonville. Matthew applying some pressure. Matthew comes away with it. Playing the ball to Julian. Julian over to Brian. They can swing it here. Let's see if they do. Brian over to Jaden. Jaden now cutting through the middle. Plays it over to Brian. Brian gets it poked away. Jacksonville off to the races. They've got some numbers here. They play it across to the middle. Oh, Crosby with a nice defense there. Jacksonville still on it. Played it across the middle. Shot. But I think it took a deflection there. John parries it away. Puts it up the field. Jacksonville trying anything and everything to keep it in their half. As they've had some good opportunities so far. This is a hopeful shot there. As it dribbles into Colton, who calmly collects it. And is looking for the long throw over to Brandon on the left side. Brandon kicks it into Julian. Julian looking for somewhere to go. Now he's got space. Plays the ball over to the left sideline. It's going to be out for another throw as Coach Callum looks on. Julian, again, applying some pressure here. Forcing Jacksonville to play the ball back. Jacksonville playing it long up the field. John there to kick it forward. Found Joaquin. Joaquin to Brian. Brian trying to get that pass off. Blocked by a Jacksonville defender. Crosby coming flying in. Another ball poked free. And it's just a battle of ping pong right now. As every pass seems to get deflected or intercepted. Just like that one. Jaden ends up losing it. Back over to John. John flicking it over to Martin. Intercepted by Jacksonville. Jacksonville trying to make something happen here. And Martin coming over to defend. A little sloppy now right here, folks. As Jaden comes, he pokes that one over to Matthew. Matthew back to Brian. Brian back to John. John under a lot of pressure. Gets it off to Colton. Colton back to John. Let's see if South Florida can work this ball free. John playing over to Jaden. Again, Jacksonville still running. Jaden up to Martin. Martin into Mora. Mora getting attacked already. Loses the ball. And Jacksonville trying to dribble away with it, and they do. Number 25 from Jacksonville getting away from 3 South Florida defenders to play that ball over to the right side. Jacksonville play this ball up, and Brandon pokes it out for a throw. Like I said, not necessarily smooth, or what you would call traditional soccer. It's kind of herky-jerky and a little discombobulated. As this ball gets poked to Joaquin. Joaquin looking up the field. He's got Mora. Mora could have trying to let that ball run. Just let it run a little too far, and it's going to go out for a throw. All right, throw by Jacksonville. Throwing it back. Joaquin giving chase. Jacksonville playing it over to the right side. Jacksonville now playing it into the middle. Brian is there. This ball's going to get intercepted by John. John playing it back to Colton. Colton playing it over to Jaden. Jaden letting this one run. He's got the speed. He can certainly get to it, but he lets it dribble out. And it's going to be a throw for Jacksonville. Throwing it back. Jacksonville not so concerned with going forward on the throws. They opt for going backwards, which is unusual. As this ball goes down the line. Crosby's going to get there. Crosby to Brian. Brian pokes it to Matthew. Matthew up the field to Mora. And we're whistled for, looks like offsides.
Oh, this was a good pass. Moro's one-on-one. And you can see he's just a wee bit offsides. It's barely an inch. And they threw the flag for offsides.
All right. Jacksonville free kick. Played to their other center back. Over to the left side. Haven't really talked much about the weather. Guess it's good a time as any. It's fairly muggy. As Martin gets a warning there for holding. But it's relatively cloudy. It's not direct sun, so at least they have that benefit. Not getting blinded or baked out there. As Joaquin gives chase on this one. Keeper quickly kicks this one up the field. South Florida trying to win this ball back, being down a goal. But plenty of time left here in the second half. No need to panic as of yet as another flag goes up.
Well, again, it's for being a wee bit offside here. You can see 55 making his run. And there he is. He's just a little in front of John there when the ball is delivered. And John's reading it well and sees the offsides. Good call by the referee.
Crosby stands over the ball. Plays it back to Colton. Everybody seems to be marking up pretty well because the ball is played back to the keeper an exceptional amount of times this game. I think more than any other game that we've called all season. As John plays this one up to Jaden, it just curls out of bounds. But the referee is finally putting his flag up because Martin kept on playing that one like it was in. And the ball played back to Jacksonville. Jacksonville kicking this ball long up the field. Brandon giving chase, but it's clearly going to be a throw. As Brandon throws this one down the line. Finds Joaquin. Joaquin to Brian with a nice little step in. Brian looking around. Ooh, nice little dribble around the defender there. And wins a throw. Brandon throwing down, looking for Brian. Can't find him. Jacksonville John gets the ball. John gets it. Matthew trying to find Jaden. Jaden gets it cut out. And this is trouble as 39 from Jacksonville gets on a shot. Oh, and he just goes wide. Wow. If he was on target, that might be 3-1. As that was a heck of a shot there. Colton was a little off to the right. He would have had a tough time saving that one if that was closer to the net. As Jacksonville win the ball yet again. Playing the ball back. And Joaquin's giving chase on this one. He could get it. He poked it free. Joaquin with an open net. And he scores 2-2. South Florida. Joaquin with a heads-up play there to get on top of that ball and put it in the back of the net for a 2-2 score. We're all tied here in South Florida, Boca Raton.
Well, this is why Joaquin is such a dangerous player. He just doesn't quit. Look at him watching the ball the whole time. And there's a slow pass back to the goalie and he just gets there. And he gets it and he's on it. And he just fires it in there with his right foot and there's nothing Jacksonville can do about it. And it's 2-2, South Florida.
Well, I know Coach Callum must have some sort of emotion about that one because that's the tying goal against this Jacksonville team that seemed to be just dominating us here. It was getting a little worrisome, but now it looks like the pendulum has swung and South Florida comes away with another one. Mora now on the ball, getting tripped up, and the referee runs to the spot, and it's going to be a foul.
Oh, I like the word you used there, pendulum. The pendulum. Oh, that's a lovely word. And yes, there it is. Foul on the Jacksonville player. I can't believe he's arguing that one. And another opportunity for South Florida.
Mora standing over the ball, left-footed. He could put this one over the wall and onto the players, or he could try to shot on goal. Opts for the first option. Jaden trying to get ahead to it, couldn't do it. Jacksonville now on it and clearing it out of their area. Crosby taking care of it. Jacksonville on the throw. Couple switches here. Looks like Jadiel is in. And Ale, as well as Gabriel. So a few switches. As this ball gets on, trying to get the ball to Ale. Ale got a little stumble there. Able to get it again, and I think he won a throw there. He did. Jadiel on the throw. Throws it into Mora. Mora getting attacked. Nice little move there, and still has it. Plays it across, looking for Brandon, and he's got him. Brandon with the cut inside shot, takes a deflection, lands to Brian's foot. Brian gets it over to Gabriel. Gabriel looks into the box, can't find anybody. Matthew, shot, block, and it's going to be a throw for South Florida. Matthew on the throw, throws it into Brian. Brian with a quick step. Still alive. Nice little cut inside, shot, and it's a goal! 3-2, South Florida. They have taken the lead here in the second half off the right foot of Brian. And a nice little cut inside. Man, what a shot. And South Florida back in the driver's seat. Wow, what'd you think of that, Jeffrey?
Well, nothing but poise under pressure there from Brian, who started to throw in. Brian receives the ball. He's under pressure immediately. Nice little fake. Brings the ball up the field. The Jacksonville player tries to poke it away. Can't do it. He fakes the cross. He cuts inside. And right-footed, right in the back of the goal. What an amazing shot. Good on you, lad. 3-2. We're winning. Can you believe it? Did you think that was going to happen?
Well, honestly, Jeffrey, I thought we were going to be ahead at this point anyway. But yeah, no, I do think I thought we were going to be winning. Yeah.
What are you? Some kind of fortune teller? Did you know in advance? How did you know this information?
Well, I like to see myself as an optimist. Glass half full. Shot by Jacksonville. Ooh, that one's over the bar. But good try there.
Well, that it is. Jacksonville, again, another opportunity here. As he just steps on the brakes and takes this shot. I think Colton would have had that well in hand. But there was a decent opportunity. Well, I want to get back to what you said there about being a glass half full. You're being an optimist. Well, I'm a realist. That just means that the glass is too big for the amount of water you had in it. It should have been smaller.
Right, you are. As Matthew's trying to win this ball back, Jacksonville comes away with it. Jacksonville now behind, which I know they have to be shocked, having taken the lead in the first half, doing well coming out of the second half. They just couple little errors, and now they're down by 1 goal. But still time left in this game, about 15 minutes, as Mora now in possession plays this ball back, and it looks like it's going to go all the way back to Colton. Colton playing up the field. Oh, headed by one of the Jacksonville players. Crosby able to kick it, but it's still in front. Oh, Colton coming out to grab that one. As Jacksonville's really turned up the heat here, trying to win another goal and tie this game up. As we mentioned before, Jacksonville doesn't have a lot of numbers in the win column here. I'm sure they would like to go back ahead and bring home a win from a tough road game. Jacksonville about 5 hours driving time from our location here in Boca. So it is a long drive to walk away empty-handed as Matthew plays that one in for a throw. But South Florida having to go on the road to play Jacksonville. I think that's actually the next game. And we'll see how we do there as Jacksonville throws this ball out into the box. John kicking the ball away. And Ale giving chase. Well, Ale running towards the ball. Jacksonville trying to cross it, but just runs out of runway. So it's going to be a goal kick for Colton. Colton plays it over to Crosby. Crosby up the field with a very long ball. Joaquin giving chase. And Jacksonville having to play it out for a throw. So a good field advancement for South Florida. As they try to maintain this lead, they have got to be soaring right now. Matthew playing it across to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Crosby. Crosby over the top. Matthew poking it into space. Ale giving chase. He's going to get there, and he wins it nicely. Ale with some nice little moves there to maintain possession. Looking for some help. Finds Matthew. Matthew trying to get it to Jadiel. Can't do it. Jadiel now giving chase. Jadiel wins it back. Jadiel with a nice little move in the midfield. Plays it over to Joaquin, who uses his body wisely to create that opportunity. Cross into the box. Mora there. Gets a foot to it. But I think either his foot or the ball came in contact with the Jacksonville defender. And their goalie comes out to scoop it up. Jacksonville goalie patiently waiting. He's going to play it long. Crosby back, heading it forward. Matthew now headed it again. Ball into Gabriel. Gabriel trying to win this one back. Jacksonville trying to work up their left side. Ale staring at the ball, forcing the ball back, almost mentally forcing the ball back. As this ball goes out of touch. And nice play by John just to run in front of the Jacksonville player to win that throw. Here's the throw into Brian. Brian trying to make something happen, gets it to Jadiel. Jadiel loses it to Jacksonville. Jacksonville now under pressure, but able to maintain here as they're trying to work something. Ale gets a foot to it. Ale with a nice play. Oh, there's got to be some foul there. Referee says play on. Gabriel now off to the races. He's looking for someone. He's still looking. He plays it up to Joaquin. Joaquin with a nice little touch. Oh, that has to be a foul as well. Referee again, play on. Into Gabriel. Gabriel gets pushed off the ball. Gabriel now running around. Joaquin's still on the ground. And Gabriel flops on the ground. Referee says get up. After 2 fouls and play on. Gabriel was trying and hoping for something there, but Jacksonville just basically gave it away with the throw. Now Jadiel on the throw. No cards issued by the referee. Joaquin able to dust himself off, come back and fight again. Brian now on the ball in the box, trying for the nutmeg, can't do it. Jacksonville defend that well. Down the line, Jadiel there to poke it. Plays it off his chest. Oh, and I think that's going to be a handball.
Oh, well, it was clearly a handball. But what does that just say about 5 hours? 5 hours of driving?
Yeah, it's about 5 hours driving to Jacksonville. You know, you take I-95 or you take Turnpike, but it's about 5 hours.
Oh, you're going to be driving for that for sure. I can't stay awake for 5 hours driving a car. You can cross Scotland in 5 hours. Look, how long is this state?
Well, you know, it's pretty long. I mean, it's going to take a while as Jacksonville's desperately trying to get possession of this ball, and they finally do. Matthew Hansen has checked in, by the way, as South Florida has mainly a defensive lineup here. This ball's popped back out. Jacksonville trying to reclaim. Joaquin coming back. Looks like Coach Cowell's putting in a formation and trying to hold on to this lead and just defend. Ball into the box. Nobody there. Matthew Hansen gets a foot to it. And Crosby rolls out to just jump on the ball. Burn a little time from the clock. Urging his players to get forward as we await the drop ball here in the kick. Punt up the middle of the field. Joaquin still running after every ball. Brian now on the ball. Brian over to Mora. Brian was looking for a foul. No foul called. Referee says, there's the ball. Keep going. Gabriel now comes away with it. Gabriel playing up the middle. Can't find feet. And Jacksonville take over. Jacksonville now out to the right side. Ball popped up. Could have been a handball, but nothing called. Hansen pokes it away. Hansen with the slide tackle. Matthew on the ball. Plays it up the field to Brian. But Jacksonville intercepting. Jacksonville now on the ball. They're being patient. Being down by a goal. They got time. Crosby coming out, trying to poke that one away. Can't do it. Jadiel pokes it over to Brian. Brian over to Gabriel. Gabriel now trying to utilize the space on that left side. And I believe he's going to win a throw, and he does. Matthew Hansen with the long throw-in. Up to Joaquin, who can't control it. And it's going to be a throw for Jacksonville, which they take quickly. Mora taking that ball. Jacksonville coming at him with everything they got. Mora passing it off to Brian. Brian trying to return the favor. Ends up splitting the defenders. Still in possession. Plays it into space. And Jacksonville, they're going to keep it in? And they do. Good defensive effort there by Jacksonville as Jacksonville play this one over Joaquin and into the middle of the field. Oh! Man, Brian putting his body on the line there. But there is a foul call.
Well, South Florida just need to slow it down a little bit. They're in such a rush to get the ball forward. You've got the lead. Play it around. Find the open player. If you have to go backwards, go backwards. All you're doing is you keep on turning it back over again and again. I like the effort, but just be patient with the ball.
All right, well, Jacksonville in possession. South Florida seems to have downshifted now. you can see, they're moving a little bit slower as Hansen heads this ball up the field. Jacksonville passing the ball pretty well here. They've got some space now on the right side. Crosby coming out to challenge. Ball played in the middle. John is there. Jacksonville again. Playing the ball over to the right side. Cross into the box, and it's going to go behind the net. Colton playing it short over to John. John back to Colton. Colton under pressure. Surprised there's not an all-out press here from Jacksonville, but they're just opting for the one man to chase. Hansen with the long throw down the left sideline. Mora giving chase, waiting for the ball to be played inside. Joaquin is now on his man and wins a throw. Hansen again with the long throw, finds Ale. Ale one-on-one, still in possession. Defender's so careful not to foul him as they play this ball into Mora. Mora now, no foul call. Referee again says no, get up. Can't play from the ground. And Jacksonville will take this ball quickly. Referee unsympathetic to South Florida players hitting the ground. This ball is played up the field. John cuts it out. Gets it off to Brian. Brian trying to play it off to Jadiel. Jadiel ends up getting it. Jadiel with some time there. Plays it to Brian. See, this is better from South Florida, making Jacksonville chase. Back to John. John all the way back to Colton. Burning that time. Colton over to Crosby. Crosby gets a throw. Nico has checked into the game. Matthew Hansen with the long ball up the field. And Mora now. Mora's got some daylight. Can Mora score here? Shot. Oh, into the side netting. One-on-one. Just couldn't put it back there. Oh, well.
Well, this was a very good run by Mora. Puts it on his left foot. It's a hard shot from a left footer on that side because they naturally want to try to curl it. And you're just going to end up hitting the cheek of the net there. I have to develop the right foot to put that ball into the side netting on the other side.
All right, Jacksonville moving the ball up the left side, but ultimately denied. Now looking for space, and they find it over on the right side of their field. Nico giving chase. Dangerous player on the ball right here for Jacksonville, one of the goal scorers. Matthew Hansen with a nice little slide tackle to deny the run. But throw for Jacksonville as they opt to play back. Nico again applying pressure. Fresh legs, getting in there to try to win the ball for South Florida, and does. Nico with two defenders is still able to maintain possession. Plays it back to Gabriel. Gabriel with a quick little move over the defender. Lays it up to Mora, who wins a throw. I'll tell you, South Florida look like they have fresh legs, even though most of their players have been out there all game. Throw into Mora, who is, almost won that ball, but it goes out for a goal kick. Jacksonville, lots of space. Playing it back over to the middle. Oh, bad touch there. Gabriel's on it. Can he get it? Ping pongs around in there. And ultimately kicked away by Jacksonville. Matthew Hansen gets in there. He plays it up to Ale. Ale, quick move inside. Ale trying to find Mora, can't do it. And Jacksonville back on the ball. Brian still getting in there. Look at Brian's jersey. It's almost brown. As this field has lost most of its green, it is basically a dirt pit at this point. Jacksonville again trying to find something. Can't find anything but Gabriel. Gabriel with some nice little footwork and moves there. Able to get back into the field. Plays it into Mora. Mora again, one-on-one shot. Oh, and this one just goes wide of the goal. Well, a couple of decent opportunities there for Mora. It just happens to be on the left side of the net, which sort of puts him at a disadvantage, but not by much. Jacksonville definitely looked tired at the back as they've made a few errors now to give South Florida opportunities. And yet again, here they go. Gabriel playing the ball into Brian. Brian up to Jotty. Oh, and he got it. And a foul called.
Oh, this is a good run from Jadiel because they got one or two options there. Foul or let them go by. And they opted to foul him, which is smart. But South Florida can burn more time on the clock.
Brian standing over the free kick. A little too far away for a shot. Plays it into the box. Ollie's there. Oh, headed away by Jacksonville. Ollie was there. And it's going to be a throw for South Florida. Jadiel into Mora. And again tries to play it in but can't do it. It's going to be a throw for Jacksonville. Throw back. Time running out for Jacksonville. We're probably under 10 minutes now. Matthew one-on-one with number 52 loses the ball. And ultimately throw in for South Florida. And another throw for South Florida. Jadiel looking for a throw. Ale poking it free. Brian with a chip pass into the box, but it's going to be offsides. Don't know if the referee sees the flag on Mora. Looked like he got hit there.
Well, you can't see Mora. He's sort of off camera here. But it is nice little pass from Brian. Just Mora was offsides, probably just by a little bit. And he takes a little punishment there from the keeper, who came out with the studs up. But he appears to be okay.
All right, time ticking away. Jacksonville trying to make something happen. But South Florida so far have denied all entry into the box. Jacksonville again trying hard. Matthew Hansen sliding across the ground like he's on the slipping side to deny that pass. Throw in. Matthew gets a foot to that one. Shot right at Colton. Colton lays down on it wisely, burning a little bit more time from the clock. As he urges his players forward, we'll see where we go from here. Long kick by Colton. Headed back into play. Matthew is there. John puts it back up. Jacksonville again, stumbling to get this ball. Ale fighting tooth and nail to try to win it. And he can't do it. Jacksonville looking around, playing it into the middle. Matthew denies that ball. Brian now across the field to Matthew Hansen. Hansen back to Colton. Colton under pressure. Back up the field. Nico trying to get it, can't do it. Jacksonville still in possession, but 33 is stumbling, still able to maintain possession with all the defenders coming to him. Brian able to get that ball away. Brian now wasting time, kicks the ball into space. Jacksonville come away with it. Crosby way up the field, sliding into that challenge, but can't win it. Jadiel now, one-on-one with number 36. He lunges in there. He jumps in front of the ball. And we're going to have a foul on Jacksonville.
Well, Jacksonville players, they're getting a little frustrated at this point. They want to get back in this game. They were winning it at one point, and now they're not. And they got to resort to the shirt pulling in order to slow up this South Florida offense as it's raring to go.
All right, John with the free kick. Plays it long up the field. Jacksonville there. Oh, Jadiel basically rode the Jacksonville player down. We're going to have a foul on the play. And it's going to come back. A little bit of argument on the field. Referee is saying something here. He said doesn't like something that Mora said. And Mora just gets a yellow. I don't know what was said out on the field, but Mora got a yellow card for it.
Well, there's always a lot of talk on the field. You know, Mora might have said something that was unkind to the other team. But it's all part of the game.
Well, now the play has begun again. Jacksonville back on the ball, playing it over to the right side. Coach Callum is saying, let's pick up the tempo here a little bit. Let's not give them one here late in the game. As 33, the goal scorer, as I mentioned before, is now getting defended by Nico. Nico trying to get him. He's able to get around him. Brandon now on the ball. Ball pass back. Jacksonville being patient. But the ball goes into space here. This could be trouble. Defended well. And parried away long down the field. Now that's going to waste some time off the clock. Ball's already back in play. Sorry about that. I guess they got an extra ball there from the sideline. Jacksonville looking upfield. No pressure as of yet. Very, very low in the defense is South Florida. John giving chase after this one. He ends up colliding into, looks like Gabrielle. And they pass the ball back. Oh, I hate to see South Florida give up one here late. Hopefully they can hold on here. As Mora kicks this one far up the field to the Jacksonville keeper. Oh, who takes a misstep, but ultimately ends up hitting the ball. Jacksonville center back bringing the ball up. No defender is going to them. Jacksonville now clearly in South Florida territory, but having to be forced back to their center back. They're going to play around to the other side. Ooh, you always have to wonder what's going to happen in these final minutes. Oh, as the Jacksonville player slips, the ball goes by him. And it's going to turn over possession to South Florida, who opt to throw the ball forward right back at Jacksonville. You have to wonder what they're trying to do there when they have options. Or maybe there was none and that was the best option. Jacksonville now playing over to their left side. Mora giving some chase, but not as much as earlier. Now moving the ball up to the left side. Plays the ball into space. John is going to get there and defend it well, earning another goal kick for South Florida. Time ticking away as Jacksonville wins that header. Booming header. Matthew kicks it up in the air. John kicks it up in the air. Jacksonville heading it back. Jotty getting a foot to it, but Jacksonville still maintained possession. Kicked into the middle of the field. Crosby now off to the races. Can he be stopped? He is flying down the left sideline, trying to make something happen. Just burn the clock at this point, and Jacksonville's slide tackle takes him out of the play. It's going to be a throw for South Florida. Hansen into Ale. Ale into the corner wisely. Just wasting that time. And Hansen poking it back. It's going to be a goal kick for Jacksonville. We have to be coming up to the final seconds of this game. When will the referee call it? And that is it, folks. That is it. A come from behind win for South Florida. They were in the lead. They lost the lead. Jacksonville went ahead on an amazing volley. And then South Florida in the second half come roaring back with Joaquin to start the rally. And then Brian to finish it off with a game-winning goal. Just an amazing comeback here for South Florida on their home turf. South Florida winners 3-2 over Jacksonville. Next game is against Jacksonville. We'll see if we'll bring you highlights from that one. If not, stay tuned to Mad About Soccer for more games from South Florida Football Academy's 2019. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Get the ball.